It's a shame, man. It's a shame. I don't know. I honestly can't actually tell you what the issue is, but it didn't affect my card.
It's pointless. Anthony Joshua must be gutted as well, because fair play to him. He's took this fight and he wants to get on with his career.
I don't know the ins and outs of this drugs test. I don't know the ins and outs.
The boxing world has been shaken to its core after a stunning revelation. Jake Paul has reportedly failed a drug test ahead of his highly publicized clash with former unified heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua. What was supposed to be Paul's chance to prove he belonged in the ring with a true world-class fighter has now spiraled into a full-blown scandal that exposes the massive gulf between hype and genuine championship pedigree. As details continue to emerge, one thing has become painfully clear: Jake Paul has made an absolute spectacle of himself. While Anthony Joshua's discipline, professionalism, and clean approach shine brighter than ever.
Test positive, yeah.
It's happened, man. It happens in this sport. It's not new. It's happened to me already. I'm just happy I invest in this anti-doping stuff because...
Eddie Hearn, never one to shy away from blunt honesty, delivered one of the most scathing assessments. He emphasized that failing a banned substance test, let alone multiple samples, is inexcusable. According to Hearn, Paul hasn't simply embarrassed himself. He has exposed the farcical nature of his attempt to step onto the same stage as a fighter like Anthony Joshua. Hearn's words make it clear: Paul never belonged in this realm of elite competition, and this scandal has confirmed what many suspected all along.
The issue with that substance is it's banned in competition under the WADA code, and under the WADA code, in competition represents the day of the fight, which you could actually essentially fail a test for that a week before the fight.
Adam Smith echoed that view, capturing the absurdity of Paul's situation with pointed clarity. Smith described the fiasco as a circus, and eruption of hype collapsing under the weight of its own childishness. Failing a banned substance test has turned Paul's promotional theatrics into a comedic sideshow. In contrast, Anthony Joshua's relentless focus and clean preparation remind fans what true professionalism looks like. While Paul scrambles to salvage his reputation, Joshua remains locked in, unbothered, and deadly serious.
And I'll wait and see what happens. I mean, I don't know the findings. We don't know. I haven't seen statements really. I don't know. It's come out in the social media.
Johnny Nelson didn't hold back either. He dismissed Paul's actions as reckless and laughable, the kind of mistake only an amateur would make. Nelson made one point crystal clear: relying on banned substances shows a total lack of understanding of what it takes to compete at the highest level. Meanwhile, Joshua's disciplined approach reinforces why he's respected worldwide. Nelson's analysis cuts deep, showing just how unprepared Jake Paul is mentally, physically, and professionally for a fight of this magnitude.
You won't know what stays for 2 weeks. I don't know, why would you take it knowing there's a possibility that it's going to be in your system? And why would you take it for our sport anyway?
Duke McKenzie took the shock to an even higher level, highlighting the severity of failing both A and B samples. According to McKenzie, this isn't just a minor scandal, it's a catastrophic meltdown of credibility. Failing one sample could be dismissed as an error, contamination, or an unfortunate mistake. But failing both? That signals professional negligence of the highest order. McKenzie also pointed out the glaring contrast. Paul looks reckless and amateurish, while Joshua stands tall with a pristine reputation and unshakable focus. This fiasco, McKenzie argued, highlights the enormous gulf between a true champion and a YouTube personality pretending to compete at the elite level.
Point. How can he give a sample and then a B sample and they both come back positive for a banned substance? It doesn't make any sense.
As the situation unfolds, Eddie Hearn's updates have only intensified the drama. He revealed that the regulatory board is scrambling to address the chaos Paul has created. With every passing hour, Paul's credibility continues to unravel. Meanwhile, Joshua remains the picture of composure, calm, focused, and ready to capitalize on his opponent's unraveling. Hearn emphasized that this entire episode reinforces why Joshua is respected globally. He stays ready, disciplined, and prepared without shortcuts, gimmicks, or controversies.
At the moment, the British Boxing Board of Control aren't. So we have to speak with them, deal with the legal situation and see where it lands. And this is quite fresh. Obviously, I don't even think it's 30 minutes. I think it's more like 10 or 15 minutes since that. And, we'll see what rolls on the next.
Spencer Oliver weighed in as well, expressing disbelief at the report that cocaine was found in Paul's system ahead of a major fight. Oliver called it reckless beyond belief, pointing out that no serious professional would ever allow such a lapse in judgment. The contrast is powerful. While Paul is stumbling through scandal after scandal, Joshua's focused preparation makes him look even more dominant. Oliver summarized what many fans already feel. Jake Paul's antics are no longer entertaining, they're embarrassing.
Blown away by what it is, you know, recreational drugs, cocaine, you just go, how has that got in your system? He's got some explaining to do for one, and you think with what you had on the line and with what you was, you know, what was coming up for you and the opponent you had in front of you, you just go like cocaine in your system. It's absurd.
John Fury, never known for subtlety, blasted Paul even harder. According to Fury, Paul's reliance on steroids shows sheer desperation. Fury contrasted Paul's shortcuts with Joshua's clean, strategic approach, emphasizing that one fighter is trying to cheat the system while the other is mastering it. Paul's reputation, Fury said, is collapsing with every new revelation.
Legal to use his steroids, and that's what he's doing to gain an edge. Well, I feel sorry for him.
Adam Smith returned with another striking observation, reflecting the sentiment of the entire boxing world. Jake Paul built his brand on confidence, swagger, and loud bravado, but now that facade is shattered. Failing a cocaine test before the biggest fight of his life isn't just reckless, it's humiliating. It exposes a glaring lack of professionalism. In direct contrast, Anthony Joshua stands tall as a symbol of discipline and integrity. Smith noted that Joshua's clean preparation and focused mentality only highlight the insanity of Paul's behavior. Fans are reminded yet again that true boxing excellence is earned in the gym and the ring, not through hype or shortcuts.
Said to be yesterday at 60-40, so we don't know. I don't know if that is the case and he's failed a sample for cocaine. That's really surprising.
Adolipo, known for his sharp analysis, added depth to the conversation by highlighting how Paul's positive test, intentional or not, destroys whatever credibility he hoped to bring into the ring. Fans and professionals alike are now questioning how someone preparing for a world-class fight could be so careless. Meanwhile, Joshua's image as a clean, disciplined athlete only becomes stronger. Adolipo argued that this scandal reinforces the stark contrast between Joshua's commitment to hard work and Paul's reliance on risky, irresponsible behavior. The takeaway is clear. Shortcuts do not build champions, they destroy reputations.
If it's somehow in his system from other means, I know that might sound crazy, but I guess we have to give him the benefit of the doubt, do we? I'd like to think we do. But yeah, this is wild. Honestly, this is wild.
Liam Goff provided a technical breakdown of the testing process, explaining that whether the intake was minor or significant, the result is devastating. Failing a banned substance test is a humiliation that will follow Paul for the rest of his career. Once again, Goff highlighted the contrast. Paul's mistakes only amplify the brilliance of Joshua's meticulous preparation and uncompromising discipline. Goff emphasized what every real fighter already knows: boxing does not forgive shortcuts.
Chuck it out there. If depending on the amount, that will depend on how long it remains in your system. So from what I can gather, if you've taken a very limited amounts, very little amounts, it could stay in your system depending on the nature of the test. If it was a saliva test, if it was a urine test, if it was a hair test, it's going to stay in your system a lot longer. But
Adam Catter offered a similar reaction, capturing the universal shock and disappointment felt across the sport. Paul's failed test isn't just a surprise, it's a monumental embarrassment that exposes his lack of professionalism and judgment. Joshua's clean record, in contrast, reinforces his status as a true champion. This scandal makes Joshua's discipline, integrity, and commitment shine even brighter.
Incredibly shocking. When any fighter fails a performance-enhancing drug test, it is incredibly shocking and disappointing.
Gareth Davies added one of the most explosive details yet. Reports suggest Jake Paul was using up to 14 different supplements during his training camp. Davies called it staggering. And many in the boxing world agree. Whether legal or not, that quantity raises immediate questions about Paul's preparation, decision-making, and ethics. Joshua, meanwhile, remains the epitome of clean, professional training. Davies pointed out that Paul's attempt to gain an edge through questionable methods has backfired completely, humiliating him in front of fans and experts alike. Once again, Joshua's integrity stands untouchable.
Reporting on it this morning, I'm just slowly coming up. One of my colleagues, Jeremy Wilson's doing it for the Telegraph. He's the drugs expert, or the doping expert on the desk, and I think there was something like 14 supplements that he was using.
Carl Frampton, respected for his balanced viewpoints, delivered one of the most powerful statements. He emphasized that using banned substances isn't just unprofessional, it's potentially dangerous. Boxing is a sport where one punch can change everything. Trying to gain an unfair advantage isn't just cheating, it's reckless. Frampton noted that Joshua, by contrast, embodies the honor and respect boxing demands. AJ's preparation is measured, strategic, and entirely legal. Paul's scandal, Frampton argued, turns him into a cautionary tale for fighters who put fame above professionalism.
Profile guys getting caught, and it's just horrible. Genuinely, and I know you without going fucking fully mental here. I just believe if you're caught with any performance-enhancing drug, you should be banned.
Johnny Nelson delivered another blow, arguing that banned substances cannot teach the fundamentals: technique, timing, ring IQ. Joshua has mastered all of those through years of disciplined training and Olympic-level experience. Paul's reliance on artificial boosts exposes his shallow approach to the sport. Nelson summed it up perfectly. No amount of banned supplements can replace the intelligence and instinct required to compete with someone like Anthony Joshua.
Don't make you a better fighter. Drugs may make you a little stronger, may make you a little, give you a bit more energy, but it don't make you technically smart. It doesn't give you all of that. You know, so those drug cheats that do it purposely, you got to remember, you know, why are you doing it? What difference is it going to make? It's going to make you like a boxing Einstein? I don't think.
Johnny Nelson delivered another blow, arguing that banned substances cannot teach the fundamentals: technique, timing, ring IQ. Joshua has mastered all of those through years of disciplined training and Olympic-level experience. Paul's reliance on artificial boosts exposes his shallow approach to the sport. Nelson summed it up perfectly. No amount of banned supplements can replace the intelligence and instinct required to compete with someone like Anthony Joshua.
That's kind of easier to digest. This is weird. I don't know if cocaine, I honestly, I don't know if cocaine is now used as a masking agent for a performance-enhancing drug.
Finally, IPO highlighted the possibility that cocaine use might have been masking other performance enhancers, deepening the scandal even further. This only amplifies the contrast. While Paul scrambles to explain his actions, Joshua remains steady, clean, and unshakably professional. In the end, this scandal exposes exactly what many fans have suspected from the beginning. Jake Paul is a showman capable of attracting attention, selling fights, and generating hype, but not ready for genuine championship competition. Anthony Joshua, on the other hand, represents everything the sport stands for: discipline, integrity, and excellence. As the boxing world reels from this shocker, one question remains: can Jake Paul ever recover from this humiliation? Or will Anthony Joshua's disciplined dominance expose him completely? Comment below with your thoughts.